These breakfast tacos are so quick to make and are the absolute best way to get your day started. I'm Justin from Cooking with Coit. I specialize in clean comfort cooking. And remember, if you love this video, make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. Let's get started. Let's first go over all the ingredients you need to make this recipe. Tortillas, eggs, cheese, avocado, green onion, bacon, any kind of bacon will work, and salt and pepper. All right, guys, the first thing we need to do is to prep our eggs. We're gonna take 4 eggs and we are going to beat them. It always seems so aggressive when you say beat eggs. I mean, I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but it seems really aggressive. So one note about the eggs is that you guys can use whole eggs like I'm doing with the yolk and the egg white, or you can just use egg whites if you wanna be a little healthier, and I guess, and cut back on your cholesterol. Either way, both options work perfectly. Next thing we're gonna do is to prep our green onion. So all we're gonna do is give these a slice. If you guys wanna be fancy, you totally can, and to cut these at an angle, but I'm just gonna cut them straight across. All right, guys, so the next thing we're gonna do is to warm up our tortillas. And you might be wondering, like, why are we warming up our tortillas now versus kind of doing it towards the end when we're going to be assembling our breakfast tacos? There's a very good reason for that, is that the one ingredient that does not sit well in this recipe is the most important ingredient, and that is gonna be the eggs. And when we scramble them, you just don't want them sitting out a long time because they kind of get this like rubbery texture. And so really, right when you finish the eggs, you wanna throw them right into the tortillas. So let's warm up our tortillas now. I learned a long while back that the very best way to warm up a tortilla is straight onto the stove top. Turn on the burner, but put it really low. We wanna just warm up these tortillas very slowly, and by having the tortilla come very close to the flame, you're gonna get a little bit of nice charring, and that's gonna make the end result so much better. All right, guys, so the tortilla is ready to be flipped. Let me show you how it looks. So look at all of this nice browning here. This is exactly what we want. So now I'm gonna toast it onto the other side. All right, so after each tortilla is done, what I like to do is to take a plate and a dish towel and just wrap each of the tortillas in the dish towel, and that's gonna allow you to keep them warm. All right, so now that we've got our tortillas warmed up and we've set them aside, next we're gonna work on our bacon. So grab out your bacon and a medium pan. I set this pan over, I would say like medium heat, basically, not too high, not too low, probably right in the middle. This reminds me, so I did a video a while back, air fryer bacon, and I used tongs to grab the bacon out of the package and put it into the air fryer. I have never gotten so many comments that I use tongs to touch uncooked bacon. I don't know why. So now I'm just gonna use my fingers. I'll use my fingers if you really feel like I have to. Fine. All right, I'm gonna cook this bacon for about 3 to 5 minutes until it is just about perfectly done, and for me, that's a little bit crispy. All right, guys, so the bacon is looking incredible and it's smelling so, so delicious. Let's give these a quick flip, and then we're gonna allow them to cook, I don't know, this bacon only needs probably another minute, I'd say max. One thing that we can totally agree on, I think despite whether you use your fingers to grab bacon or your tongs, bacon smells so amazing. It's literally the best smell on earth to me. I would love to know if you guys agree in the comments below. All right, guys, so the bacon is totally done. So now what I'm gonna do next is grab the bacon and set it on a paper towel lined plate. And that is going to allow the paper towels to absorb any of the excess grease from the bacon. All right, guys, so for the next step, you actually have a choice here. You can use the same pan that we used to make the bacon, or you can grab out a totally clean pan. I am actually gonna use the same pan that I used to cook the bacon, and the reason is that I wanna cook the eggs in a little bit of that bacon fat. What that's gonna do is just gonna give the eggs a little bit of extra flavor, and it's gonna make them taste even better. So if you're gonna do what I'm gonna do, this is what you have to do. Make sure you let your pan cool before you do what I'm about to show you, because you don't wanna burn yourself and you don't wanna do anything dangerous. I've let my pan cool, so I'm just gonna take some paper towels and I'm going to soak up some of this bacon fat. It's totally up to you how much you soak up. I'm gonna soak up probably about 3/4 of it, leave about 1/4 left in the pan, and then I'm just gonna toss this paper towel out. There are gonna be some people in the comments that are gonna say, oh my gosh, you just wasted all of that amazing bacon fat. Yes, I technically did. I just don't wanna store it right now. I don't feel like I'm gonna be using it anytime soon. And if you wanna store the bacon fat for cooking later, you can totally do it. And it's actually a really smart thing to do. All right, guys, so the next thing we're gonna do is to add our green onions into the same pan. And if you haven't done so already, just make sure that your heat is turned to probably like medium low. We don't wanna burn these green onions. We're gonna saute these for just about 1 to 2 minutes. Guys, I wish you could be here to smell this incredible smell of the green onions cooking in the baking fat. It is amazing. Now that these have been sauteing for, I don't know, just about a minute or two, let's add the beaten eggs. All right, guys, so one very important note here. Before you put the eggs in, you gotta make sure that the heat is turned very low. Basically, as low as possible is my rule of thumb typically, and I'll even take the pan off of the burner and just let the pan cool a little bit. To make great scrambled eggs, you have to use very low heat and you cannot rush the process. So now that my pan is quite low, I'm just gonna add the eggs. And I actually really love that I didn't hear a sizzle there. That's super important because that tells me that the pan wasn't too hot. So now what I'm going to do is just move around the eggs. The goal here again, you can't rush scrambled eggs. The best scrambled eggs are just gonna be cooked low and slow. So just remember, low and slow wins the day for sure. And one other thing that I really like to do is just keep the eggs moving. You really wanna have this kind of slow, very simple, very calm movement of the eggs around the pan. And that's gonna help them cook really nicely and not really like dry out, keep kind of nice and moist. Don't let them sit in any one spot for too long. I've seen so many of my friends, when they're cooking scrambled eggs, they turn the heat way up too high and they're just rushing through the process. And I'll tell you, like, those eggs come out kind of rubbery and gross, but you're gonna see how fluffy and beautiful these eggs come out. So just remember, low and slow. All right, guys, so right at the point where you see most of the moisture not being on the eggs anymore till they've dried out just a little bit. You don't want to over dry them, but you just want them to be a little more dry. The next step is to take a half a cup of shredded cheese and add that right on top of the eggs. And we're gonna fold in this cheese with the eggs, and what that's gonna do, I mean, I don't even feel like I need to tell you, it's just gonna make these eggs so much better, so incredible. So just very slowly fold in the cheese into the egg. This part is gonna happen really fast, so make sure you don't walk away from the pan. You gotta keep the eggs moving. Once the cheese is fully melted, you can just take this pan and set it aside, and then now we're gonna assemble our breakfast tacos. All right, guys, so let's assemble these breakfast tacos. So first, grab out your hopefully still warm corn tortillas. Mine are actually very warm, which is nice. Take a little bit of this egg and cheese and green onions and put it right into the middle of the tortilla. And then I've gone ahead and pre-sliced some avocado, so I'm just gonna put 2 pieces of avocado right in the middle. Now, for the bacon, you can use a knife and do this. I think it's just easy enough to just crumble the bacon into your hands and just sprinkle it right on top. Or if you don't wanna use your hands, you can totally use a knife. And then for the final touch, I take a little bit of fresh chopped cilantro, sprinkle it right on top, and last thing, if you like a little bit of spice in your life, grab a little bit of your favorite hot sauce. Mine is Tapatio. Put it right on top. All right, guys, and that is all you have to do. I cannot wait to give this breakfast taco a try. It looks so delicious. But before I do, if you've loved this recipe and you wanna see more just like it, check out my Mexican recipes playlist. Okay, let's give these a try. Guys, these breakfast tacos come out so incredible. You can taste the egg and cheese and that green onion, and with that little bit of broken up bacon, it just sets them off. They're so incredibly good. Guys, you've got to give these a try. I'll see you in the next video.